Interstate 76. Alright, in fact, we are talking about the Western Interstate 76, the one out in Colorado, mostly. It's a well-named road, I-76. It used to be I-80 South, but it's between 70 and 80, and Colorado's the Centennial State, so 1876. Perfect fit there. Alright, let's take a look at the routing of I-76. It goes from Denver to the Nebraska border and back. Thank you for watching this episode of Control City Freak. My name is Todd, and this is the YouTube channel where we talk about interstate highways and the places that they are signed to go to. If you dig this kind of content, why not give us a like? And if you really dig it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. First, we are going to talk about Eastbound I-76. Eastbound I-76 begins here with a fork from I-70. This is west of downtown, so it is still 70 East Denver and 76 East Fort Morgan. That's not great. Not too far in, we meet I-25. We get no pull-through sign for I-76, just a sign for 25 for Fort Collins and Colorado Springs. I guess they're not signing at Denver, even though it goes through downtown Denver before hitting Colorado Springs, because we left I-70 not too long ago. And now we have I-76 East Fort Morgan still, and 270 East Lyman. Well, we're getting in here early, Colorado, so 270 Lyman. Why not 270 East Aurora? Aurora has 400,000 people. It's okay to sign a 3-digit interstate for a suburb. It's alright. You don't have to go with Lyman. Nobody's going there. Also, Fort Morgan is a bad choice too. Now we meet US 85. It is signed north for Greeley. I-76 here signed for Fort Morgan still. Fort Morgan has like 11,000 people. I don't think it should be the control city by any means. Sterling is a little larger than it, but not much, a bit further past. I do think the control city should be Nebraska, because I said it should be 70, should be Kansas. This should be Nebraska, because there's a string of cities in Nebraska. But if you want to just say Omaha, that's okay. I would also be okay with Nebraska, and then on the mileage signs alternate between Omaha and Lincoln, with Lincoln being every third or fourth sign. This is weird. We do not have a direct interchange with E470, so we just have this surface street that we get to get to E470. And we end out in the countryside pretty quickly on I-76. We're pretty well out of urban Denver already, as you can tell by the 4-lane road. And we follow some railroad tracks. If you're into trains, this could be a cool road. See a lot of trains on this road. Here's the first mileage sign I could see outside of Denver, and we don't even list Fort Morgan. We list Sterling. Colorado's all over the place. Brush is adjacent to Fort Morgan, so maybe they're not signing Fort Morgan because they're signing Brush. On the interchanges, this is all you get for the most part. We don't get control cities on the interchanges. We just get to East 76 to West 76, just like in Lyman. Why? Here we are in Fort Morgan. They've built this nice sign that has lots of room for stuff, but we just have west, left lane, east. Why don't you put some control cities on there? Heading west still, we get a sign for Sterling and Julesburg. It was pretty hard to find eastbound signs on I-76 also. They didn't sign many interchanges, it seems, going eastbound. Here's one a few miles down the road, and now we've got Julesburg at 55, North Platte. So we're signing a city in Nebraska. We're going with North Platte first. Here is a rare signed interchange. I believe this is in Julesburg. And we get 76 East Ogallala. Not even North Platte. We get Ogallala. Really weird. Certainly not Lincoln or Omaha, where it should be. And we are almost out of Colorado, so we get 3 cities that are in Nebraska. Big Springs, just a little bit past I-80, Ogallala, and Lincoln. So still no Omaha, but at least there's a Lincoln on there. Here we enter Nebraska. On current street view, it looks like the Nebraska Sign is under construction. I sure hope they're changing it from this. This is the sign that I saw before, and woo! That is not the best welcome sign I've ever seen. That looks like the font was put together by a regional amusement park in the 80s. And home of Arbor Day. Arbor Day, the Benjamin Harrison of holidays. We only get one exit in Nebraska. This is our first time ever in Nebraska, and we only get 3 miles into it. We get 80 East Omaha, so that's cool. Nebraska's giving us Omaha right there. Weirdly, though, we're getting 80 West Sydney, but I guess that's kind of how Nebraska rolls. I would rather see West Cheyenne on there for a major interstate junction. All right, let's talk about Westbound I-76, or, as it's known in Nebraska, Southbound I-76. I'd read that they were going to be changing this, but in the most recent Street View, I saw it was still signed Southbound I-76, which again is weird because it's an east-west road in Colorado. It only has 3 miles in Nebraska, and I-80 is its only exit. 80 is getting this West Cheyenne and Sydney, so Nebraska's doing well there. I like that. And here we do have a South 76 shield. And probably the only one. We get Julesburg, Colorado, 5, Denver, 186. Fine job, Nebraska. That's all I could ask for there. Sign Denver. Good work. And welcome to colorful Colorado. Just to show you that once again we are now on Westbound 76. And here we get Julesburg, Sterling, and Denver. So they're signing Denver right from the get-go when we are going westbound. At this same intersection in Julesburg, we get West Sterling and East Ogallala instead of West Denver. I'd rather see West Denver there, but it's nice to see something, because again, for most of the signs, you don't see anything at all, most of the interchanges. And we get Ovid and Denver, Atwood, Fort Morgan, and Denver. So Denver's on the bottom line pretty much all the way. Rogan and Denver. Oi! And now we get one of the stupidest interchanges of all time. E470 South Lyman. Nobody is taking I-76 southwest through Colorado in order to go down and pay a toll on 470 and then take 70 all the way back to Lyman. There's plenty of regular state highways that would connect you down to Lyman that would be faster without going out of your way here. Nobody's ever taking this. This is maybe the dumbest Lyman sign I've seen, which is saying something because they're all dumb, every one of them. This might be even worse. 25 South Denver, 270 Lyman Boulder. Nobody's going to go almost all the way into downtown Denver, take a 270-degree turn onto 270 in order to go, actually 315-degree turn, in order to go all the way back to 70 and then to Lyman. Why would anybody ever do that? Sign Aurora! And for 470 on the last one, just sign the airport. It's going to the airport. Why, Colorado? Why? All right, we meet I-25. It is signed south for Denver, and 76 is signed for Grand Junction, which is cool because we're going to be meeting 70, so I'm all right with this West Grand Junction signage. Not the Lyman stuff, but this is just okay. This is our last exit on I-76. We can see the Rocky Mountains out there in the distance. I'm only bringing this up because we have a sort of overhead sign, but we don't get any mention that we're going to be meeting I-70. It's not a toll road, so I guess it doesn't matter if you dump into 70, but it'd be nice to know. However, they do tell us when we actually get to 70, so we get a West 70 and 76 right there. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at Todd's the way it should be for Western Interstate 76. This is not going to take long. Todd's the way it should be eastbound. It should be Nebraska, and then on the mileage, signs alternate between Omaha and Lincoln on the bottom line, and westbound Denver the whole way. That's it. That's the whole Todd's the way it should be. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode of Control City Freak. I really appreciate it. We'll be back with more 76 action next week when we go out east. Should be cool. All right, my name is Todd, and keep on trucking.